So contagious and principles so weak, and our better angels are in the alley huddling for heat. Can we start a revolution and still keep all our stuff and say these times they aren't changing fast enough? Can we start a revolution? Would it even be enough? I say these times they aren't changing fast enough. But what else would you need to see to know? The only place our cars won't take us is the place we need to go. Marching just won't save us. We're moving way too slow. We're asking if this could happen here, but we all already know the progress we were making has been stopped, and that old road wasn't aging quite as fast as we had thought. You shine the light on the invisible link. We can't believe the things that some of us think. I guess that we should thank you for the wake-up call, y'all. Can we start a revolution or just try to call their bluff and say these times they aren't changing fast enough? Can we start a revolution? Oh man, this might get rough. I say these times they aren't changing fast enough. The analysts, the realists, the idealists, the philosophers and free thinkers. Well, none of them prepared for this, so once again we'll have to draw the line. We'll rattle the windows and shake the walls until they break this time. Can we start a revolution? You'll find out soon enough. I say these times they aren't changing fast enough. If we need a revolution, we'll have one sure enough. I say these times they aren't changing fast enough for us. These times they aren't changing fast enough. I say these times they aren't changing fast enough.
As many as 43.5 million Americans may have dyslexia. It is the most common cause of reading, writing, and spelling difficulties. It occurs among people of all economic and ethnic backgrounds, and, untreated, dyslexia can contribute to high school dropout, unemployment, underemployment, incarceration, low self-esteem, and a sense of hopelessness. At the International Dyslexia Association, we believe that reading is every individual's civil right. With your help, we can provide access to the services, resources, and effective reading instruction needed to learn to read. Let's all stand together until everyone can read.
Praise the Lord, everybody. For the Bible says to make a joyful noise unto the Lord. So no matter what it looks like, even during this pandemic season, choose to rejoice.
My friends, I'd like to ask you to please shut your eyes so you can fully understand the story that has left me so traumatized. Imagine yourselves as the child that always smiled. You were wild and beguiled until the day you were profiled. This is the story of the forgotten child. Now, what I am about to tell you will truly make your stomach churn, they said. I have major concern, Mr. and Mrs., but your child simply can't learn. The child was labeled disabled. He was told face to face that he should stop his chase to a higher educational place because he couldn't read any book in the bookcase. This is an absolute disgrace. Those words should never come out of anyone with a knowledge base. From that point on, he was taken out of the classroom all day long, and from homeroom to 3 hours past eating in the lunchroom, he became paranoid, full of anxiety and fear because he was told he was impaired. It felt like nobody cared. He was misunderstood. It felt like educators thinking he was no good. He just needed someone to think that he could. You see, negative labels are destructive, counterproductive, and obstructive. Now, I'd like to ask you to please open your eyes. To some surprise, that forgotten child is standing before all of you guys. He defied the lies of this public educational enterprise. You see, what they didn't know was that this forgotten child had an epic thirst for knowledge. He refused to acknowledge, you will never go to college. He took those words and turned them from frustration into motivation. He was lacking that academic foundation, so his parents pulled him out of this cultivation they called public education. Let me bring something to rouse. Just imagine your academic journey at the construction of a house. Without the proper support, that house will fall short. He was finally put in a place where his mind was no longer a disgrace. It was a place that built his academic base as strong as an iron case. They saw him for everything he got. This isn't no school of thought. It is something that the public educational system simply did not. And it was the first time that the forgotten child actually smiled since the day he was profiled. Now let me mention one of the most notable individuals in all of mankind with a mind that was also defined like mine. Let's take someone like Albert Einstein, a man of credibility that had a learning disability. He was lacking much valuability despite educators' much accreditation, but that didn't stop Al's life journey to discovering the theory of relativity. So take a minute. While I spit some poetry, what's the difference between you and every person the eye can see? Truth is, there's nothing. Because each and every one of us have our own unique ability. Einstein said it perfectly that everybody is a genius. But if we judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life thinking that it is stupid. Don't you see? A wise man once told me that the power comes from the young people knowing that they could change the world. Don't ever give up your shot. Your minds are all you've got. It's time we change this public educational melting pot, turning your minds into a robot. You get my gist? This world craving to coexist. It's time that we work with the kids that are missed, with those who fit the mainstream schools perfectly, and then those who learn differently. Together, I insist. Thank you.
Hi, this is Stephanie Matthias. I'm from Singers and Strings Event Music, and I'm performing tonight for the International Dyslexia Association. I hope you're having a wonderful night.
Hi, my name is Derek Horn. I am an advocate for people with disabilities and a performance poet. To help celebrate Dyslexia Awareness Month, I'd like to share a few poems. This first one is called Alex Place Soundtrack. I am recording this from Alex Place right now. It's the street right outside. And I grew up in the home right across the street from this one. And I think part of the reason why I am a poet is because growing up, my father had an amazing record collection. And so I spent a lot of my time as a young person listening to great lyrics by incredible artists from many different genres. So this poem tries to capture a lot of what I heard growing up as a boy. It's called Alex Place Soundtrack. Mama gave me P-Funk, George Clint, 45 spinning like a windmill. You'll kill yourself chasing after break beats, break down, turn up the volume when the Godfather screaming like that. Now we going uptown, last poet, Congo lyrics, use a gas man, Jones B, falling when I hear it some party and BS, but don't be scared when the revolution hits you like that. Now what? Papa playing James T, Simon, Garfunk era with the Hotel, California rockin' plus the doo-wop. Diddy diddy dum diddy do, had my whole house singing like that. Yeah, man. This is just a soundtrack, childhood, young boy moving with a Lee Stitch, music sewn in my jeans, had a BMX jump right with the rhythm. I was FRESH like them girls turning rope on my block, singing Run and Tell Your Mama About That. Yeah, it was like that. All right. Let's see, what do I do next? Okay, so here's a good one. So this is a poem that I wrote when I was a young man about the daughter I always hoped to have one day. And it is a poem dedicated to the artist and the activist Nina Simone. Yeah, it's called Nina. If our firstborn be a girl, let's name her Nina. Let's name her after the woman who helped fill us, leave hope on our doorstep, and make us want to be free. Yes, our firstborn should have the name of a dreamer. May she speak in song and never weep. We'll hum her a Love Supreme lullaby and hang microphones from her gazebo. She will know that the dark is nothing to fear. No, nothing to fear. May her hair and eyes be as dark as the night sky she was conceived under. She will be kissed, held close to the truth. And in time she will want the freedom that her parents never knew or saw but dreamt of as they whispered in the night. We'll embrace her like the sky. Let's wrap her in blue and bathe her in sunlight. And every day we will tell her she is beautiful. And every day we will show her she is beautiful. So as she grows, she will know that she is beautiful, no matter what the television says. We'll teach her to dissect the world with the sharp, sterile tools used by scientists, and having soapboxes glued to the soles of her shoes, may she speak of revolutions with a poet's rhythm. And every so often, let's place her at the center of the solar system so she might practice governing the bodies that revolve around her. Yes, if our firstborn be a girl, let's name her Nina. All right. And to close it out, I'll do the poem that I'm best known for. Here in New Jersey, we have sort of a springtime institution called the Dare to Dream Student Leadership Conferences. And right out of college, I was asked to be the MC and the keynote speaker for Dare to Dream. And they're really unique because they're 8 conferences that happen all over the state here. And what's I think interesting about it is that all the content comes from students with disabilities, for students with disabilities. And this is a poem that I wrote, and it's really something that's become, a poem for all young people whose bodies and minds work a little differently. But I hope everyone that's listening to it enjoys it. And it starts out like a wedding. We are gathered here today to bear witness to bear witness to the union of two beautiful people. Yes, today is the day that we merge who you are with who you want to be, making the vision and the reality one and integration, born of communication and made tangible by your commitment to yourselves. Now, I know some of you may be a little afraid, but don't let cold feet stop you from jumping the broom, from taking a first step, from beginning a journey that will transform your life. Yes, I know some of you may be a little afraid, but you see, it's my job to show you that better days are coming. Yes, it's my job to be Harriet Tubman-like with my movements and verse. So if I have to steal away just for us to make a way, well then star, my hand will be the first one in the cookie jar of self-advocacy. I'll use these sticky fingers to pickpocket the pocket of self-determination. And if I have to Grand Theft Auto the Mercedes-Benz of a quality education, well then they might as well leave the doors unlocked and the key in the ignition, because I'm gone in 60 seconds and ain't nothing, y'all. I mean, nothing gonna stand in my way. You see, it's my job to unlock doors, unshackle minds, break through glass ceilings, motivate, inspire, and challenge you. I'm here to challenge you. And so I dare you. I dare you to sit out there in those seats and not feel moved by the testimony of this brave soul who has come before you as an example of excellence. I dare you. I dare you to look into the mirror without imagining. See yourself as yourself, a diamond that might need a little bit of polish, but whose beauty has always existed. I dare you. I dare you to step, bounce, and move to your own rhythm. Excite minds, and time will redefine this system. I write lines designed to embrace and kiss, plus supercharged like imports strapped with nitrous. This is a revolution, a fight for inclusion. Segregation is no solution. Brown versus Ed is how I'm proving we deserve the best. Nothing more and nothing less. Every child gets left behind when all we focus on are tests. And so I dare you to judge yourselves by a different standard, to lift as you climb, and to fight like gladiators to become master and commander of your own beautiful minds. But above all else, I dare you to dream. Dare to dream, y'all. All right. So thank you for listening to some of my poetry. You can learn more about me at my website, lederick.com, and it's LEDERICK.com. If I can be of any service, please reach out to me, let me know, and let's keep building awareness for dyslexia. Bye.
As many as 43.5 million Americans may have dyslexia. It is the most common cause of reading, writing, and spelling difficulties. It occurs among people of all economic and ethnic backgrounds, and, untreated, dyslexia can contribute to high school dropout, unemployment, underemployment, incarceration, low self-esteem, and a sense of hopelessness. At the International Dyslexia Association, we believe that reading is every individual's civil right. With your help, we can provide access to the services, resources, and effective reading instruction needed to learn to read. Let's all stand together until everyone can read.
Hi, this is Stephanie Matthias from Singers and Strings Event Music, performing Lost in Japan tonight for the International Dyslexia Association.